Hey guys, what's up? Team Blind MST here, interviewing Dan the Man Bujin, aka Yamato. We just got back from our local OTS championship tournament thingy, and what'd you go? What was your record?
X-1.
X1. Alright, well, get into the deck profile.
Before we do the profile, my only loss was to my teammate that I scooped, which got him this beautiful mat. Here's the deck profile. We got
Hold on. There you go.
3 Yamato. It's the engine. It's absolutely necessary. If you don't run 3, you don't deserve to play the deck. And they have to be firsty.
Joel described him as an engine beater. Thought that was interesting.
2 Mikazuchi, because even though I'm not playing Kaiser in the main, he's still good. He recruits for the reincarnation spell, which you'll see later that I play, which is absolutely busted. He's a 1900 beater. I decided to play 2 Arasuda. I feel like he makes the deck faster if you build the deck kind of around the build, and it helped a lot today. So I'm sticking with 2, and it's a free draw if you can get him and Yamato out at the same time.
He's a real nice looking hollow though.
3 extra honestas. I mean, if you have to run this card. This card is disgusting. Please don't hit it, Konami. 2 Hare, because everything destroys, and even if I don't want to banish or protect a monster, I can just banish a Hare to make my reincarnation live, or even to activate Arasuda to speed the deck up. It serves multiple purposes. 2 Turtles, because targeting is a big thing. Even if you Veiler my card, I can just turtle you. It's mandatory at 2. 3 is too cloggy. The 1-ofs for the Bujins, the Quillin just pops a face-up card, and with reincarnation you can use this about 2 or 3 times a game. The 1 Centipede, it's just an extra MST. It's also, you can also send it to the grave to pop a card and even use Arasuda off of it. It's just better. 2 effect Veilers, because effects are huge this format, and this card does so much work. I want to run 3, I don't feel like running 7 or 8 hand traps in my deck.
Oh, I thought you did main deck 3 for the... You did main deck 3?
I only main deck 2.
Oh, nice.
The 1 Honest, because it's honest. This card is amazing.
It's a light deck. You run it.
The 1 Bear, this card did a lot of work today, actually. Just popping the armor that's face down against Gagaga Card Curry, it's nice. If you have room, you should run it. And then Zephyros, which also serves the same purpose as running 2 Arasuda. It just speeds the deck up a lot faster. It reuses Tenkis if needed. It's just a good tech card. Just try it out.
Be broken when Amaterasu comes out.
Definitely. Onto the spells. I decided to test this out today. 3 Dark World Dealings. My thought process was, even though it gives my opponent a card and sets them up, I feel like it sets me up harder, because that's what my deck does. So I sided it out almost every game, but, I mean, I went X1 with it, and technically my loss wasn't even a loss, so it was alright. 2 Pot of Duality for more draw power. I decided not to play 3 because I actually special summon quite a lot in this deck now.
This build, specifically?
Yeah, so, 2's good. Searches. I only decided to main 2 MSTs because I'm actually maining 3 Royal Decrees, so this just... 3's too much for me. I sided the 3rd. 2 Forbidden Lance to make sure my summons go off in case I didn't have the decree. If you had the Solemn, you had the Solemn. If not, I was going off. The MVP card of the game, of the whole day actually, was this card. This card is disgusting. Someone had a Harpy's Pet Phantasmal Dragon up. And
we can get into that later when we talk about the matches. That's a nasty story.
This card is disgusting.
Whew.
3 Tenki, it's mandatory. This card is disgusting. It thins the deck and gets you what you want.
I feel like the searching's better than it thinning, but...
1 Tensu, same purpose as everything else. That's a Beast Warrior. It speeds up the deck. I can Tensu a Yamato and summon a Turtle normal, and then just overlay, and derpy stuff happens. It's a good card.
Would you think about putting that up to 2 or anything?
Yes. I did, but I feel like it'd be too cloggy. When Harume and all that support comes out, then definitely going to 2. My one-ofs, Book of Moon, and Foolish Burial. Foolish Burial came out quite a lot when I went second. When I went first, though, I usually sided it back in. It's just a good setup card. Bad late game draw, though. And then my traps. I've been fighting with if I wanted to run the Decree build. This deck loses to traps. I've been playing it for quite a long time now, and this seems like the best build to me. Try it out.
Where are the other traps?
That's all the traps you need. Onto the side deck. I only ran 14 cards because I threw this deck together probably like an hour before the tournament because I wanted to test it out, and it clearly did good. So 2 Max C's for Gear card Curry especially. It stops their plays for a turn, and if it doesn't, they go off, and if they don't win that turn, they pretty much lose. I decided to side 2 Kaiser Coliseums because I main the Dark World Dealings. I might play Kaiser in the main instead of Dark World Dealings. It's in testing right now, but this was a good side card. It almost came in against every matchup. Fire Fist, Gear card Curry, Gravekeepers.
Anything that wants to play the game.
2 Closed Forest. Prophecy is a tough matchup for this. Gravekeepers are an alright matchup. This card's just really good. It prevents my opponent from plussing, and it stops Madolches too. So I sided a Dark Hole. Again, for the Dark World Dealings, I'd probably take out all 3 for a Dark Hole and 2 Kaisers, but I sided it in almost every game. The 3rd MST. I sided a 3rd Duality. It never came in. This side deck wasn't finished, but 2 Dust Tornadoes. Like I said, I threw it together, so I had room. 1 Debunk. And 2 DNA Surgeries, which I didn't play Prophecy, but if I did, if they didn't play a lot of back row, I probably would have sided out Decrease for DNA Surgery. That's it for the side deck. I'd probably consider playing another Kaiser and some Twisters and Prohibitions once I get this build fully set up, but for now that's what it is. 2 Susanowo.
MVP.
This card is disgusting. Disgusting. I'm going to play 3.
Yeah, I saw you in the top, what was that, top 4? Or right before the top 4 matches, I saw you wanted to go into that 3rd Susanowo, but you didn't have it.
He 101 my other one, and one was engraved, so I decided to play 2 Kagetsuchi. I had room. I don't have an Executon Knight or a 101, so I had a little bit of room, and it actually worked out. I didn't make this a lot. I made it once, I think, all day.
Would you bump him down to 1 once if you got one of those 2 cards?
Yes. 1 Tsukyomi. I'm thinking about playing 2. This card's gross. Like, if you put it in defense, you go +1, you draw 2 cards, and if in certain times I had a Zephyros in hand or a Hare or a Turtle, so in my eyes that's not even a neg. So that was just plussing as itself and then drawing 2 cards. And if they compulse it, then you're just getting free monsters.
Damn, she's got. I didn't know she had that much defense. What the fuck?
The 1 Tiger King, which this card did work. Great card if you can run it. 1 Starleech Palydynamo. This card's... Any light deck should run this. 1 Photon Papilloperative. I run it because it's a light monster, it's an honest target, and it also pushes for game. I'll flip something into attack. If it has low attack, it'll be at 0. Run over it with the Susanowo and drop a Crane for like 4,800 and attack for 21. It's game pushes. It's situational, but it helps. The 1 Cowboy. You gotta run Cowboy in my opinion if you can afford it, so. 1 Diamond Dyer. Light Imprisoning's a huge ordeal for this deck. If I don't have the Decree, pop it, or whatever I need to get over. 1 Blackship. I never make this thing. It might come out. 1 Abyss Dweller. I didn't make it all day, but it's a very good card. You should play it if you have room. Maestroke. Generic 4. You should play it. My tech choice, I play an Icebeast Zerofyne. This card is disgusting, especially against Noble Knights, which is not a good matchup for me. He goes up to like 5,000, negates everything. He's just a really good card. No one expects it. And then I side, or have in my extra deck, one Lagia. I've made this card a few times. People tell me, why do you run it? I've made it enough for it to count, and I side DNA Surgery. So if we're grinding and I can make a Lagia, I'll call Dinosaurs.
Alright, so explain your matchups. What did you play all day? How many rounds was it? 7?
7 rounds. First round I played Spirits, 2-0'd. Second round, I don't really remember what I played in order, but my hardest matchup, I played Harpies, Game 3. He resolved 3 Hysteric Signs in 3 turns. He ended up with Harpies Pet Phantasmal Dragon on board, and I had 1,400 left. I had no cards on the field. I had 1 Reincarnation and 1 Bear in hand. I reincarnated for a Susanowo, which searched for
Wait, why
an
didn't you Dark
Arasuda.
Hole?
It was gone. So at this point, I had no options. I ended up making a Tiger King and Susanowo in 1 turn, negating the effect and then pushing for game. So that's my deck profile, guys. Like I said, the side deck wasn't really done, but the main did some work. So thanks. It's your boy D'Amato.